Howdy folks, this is Checkers, and this is Euro Truck Simulator 2, and I've just created a new profile, and I thought we would take a little look at it, sort of a dual purpose video. First, I wanted to talk a little bit about the week ahead, what videos are coming up, and just sort of have something a little less formal than my character Let's Plays, just something to kind of talk. And at the same time, I thought it might be fun to take a look at something new, in this case, Euro Truck Simulator 2. So for the first part, I think we should probably just get what's coming up in the week ahead out of the way, so if that's what you're interested in, you can know and not worry about the rest. On Wednesday, we have the regular Elder Scrolls for Oblivion with Morris, well, doing some creative renovation of a house and a life for the Dark Brotherhood. On Friday, we'll have the Courier, Checkers the Courier, back in Fallout New Vegas, exploring, I think, the Signal Hills transmitter and X-17 meteorological station. On Saturday, we will meet Prefect Kalo, someone who may not have been, well, quite down with Euraxia's plot for Elsewhere. And on Sunday, we'll be back with Ultima 4, and we might just find something to help with navigation, maybe, if I can ever figure it out, and that is certainly no promise, but it will, like all the Ultima 4 episodes, be as much fun as I can make it, because I have a whole lot of fun with that. Alrighty, so the week ahead out of the way, now we have our Euro Truck Simulator 2 here, and this is the very first mission I've been given. I have like 2,000 euros, and this isn't my truck. They ask you what kind of truck you like, and I don't really know trucks all that much, so I picked that one. Anyway, I think we have to deliver grapes somewhere. So, there we are. Oh, look, I think we actually have our grapes already with us. So, let's go back into go mode. All right. Different games, different controls. It always throws me off. You'll catch me in the character videos. I do that a lot. Trying to figure out how to move, drop, use, what have you. All right. So what's the goal of this game? Well, I suppose in the end, it's just kind of fun to drive trucks around. But you can build up your own sort of trucking empire as well. You can buy garages and hire drivers and do all sorts of cool things. And I always enjoy those kinds of build up your business and start from scratch and watch it grow kinds of things. Like Railroad Tycoon 3 is one of my favorites for that. Uh-oh. Hi, don't mind me. Just carting some grapes around. All right. And there we are. Just kind of cruising down the road. I don't have a wheel. I'm driving with the keyboard and, well, the mouse just kind of lets you look around. So everything else is pretty much, for me at least, via keyboard. And we looked at American Truck Simulator the other day when I did my sort of health update video. I played these a bit last, around the Christmas holidays. They had an event where you could deliver toys and Christmas goods and things, and then get like a gingerbread cabin or something, kind of an item to hang or decorate your truck with. I love games that do holiday tie-ins. Whatever the holiday and whatever the tie-in, they just sort of make me happy. Yeah. I had this for a long time and I stopped playing it because one night while I was playing it, I felt something like a rubber band snapping. You know when you pull a rubber band back and try and snap something with it? I felt that, except on the inside of my skull. And it scared the daylights out of me, and I ended up going to the hospital and spending several days there, and I was not particularly thrilled with that. And one of the things about games and I is that I make very definite connections in memories between the things that happened and the thing that I was playing. And they sort of scare me, you know, those memories. I don't know if scare is the right word. It just sort of makes me worried, makes me nervous. Oh, I made the wrong turn. Well, look at that. Yeah, so sort of unfair of me to judge this game that way. But we'll find a place to turn around. Or I guess we'll just do a big circle. Hey, we found a truck dealer. But yeah. And that was not my favorite hospital visit ever. That was the one where, okay, you know, there was a weird, you know, painful snap inside my skull. And I told them, and they did tests and wanted to keep me for observation because, of course, my heart rate does really, really weird things. And I was sort of okay with that, but they moved me from the hospital and emergency room I went to sort of, I don't know how you could best describe it, something like a cottage hospital. It was so new that I was the first person on the floor and there were still workmen at the other end of the hall. And when I was there for about 2 days, they brought in someone who sounded like he was coughing his lungs up. Okay, sure. But the problem was that, you know, they drew the little curtain to separate us. We still had a shared bathroom, which normally I wouldn't mind, except that when the doctors and nurses came in, they all came in hazmat gear, like fully sealed bodysuits with helmets and taped up gloves and taped up ankles. And that's how they handled being in the room with him. And then there's me, just me. And they never told me why they were dressed that way or why I, you know, why I wasn't. And they had long given up on why I had felt this snap in my head, and they were more interested in the fact that I blacked out and fell down all the time, which I had been doing for probably at least 6 years by then. So I had to basically negotiate my way to leave other than be in the room with the guy who everyone else dressed in hazmat gear to even talk to. Exciting. And yeah, that memory stuck. You can do the, like, really challenging parking thing. I'm just not really good at it. I play games to have fun, not to stress myself out. Anyway, so we get kind of our reward there. We picked up a bit of money, a little bit of experience, and we can continue. And from that initial mission, you go on to, hey, I have a headquarters. Look at that. It's a pretty basic garage. It may not be much, but it's a start. Unfortunately, you haven't got anything to park there yet, so there are no trucks in sight. Once you've earned enough money and bought a truck, you will be able to move in the world freely and run your own business from here. Good luck. Good luck, have fun. So from that point on, you just kind of come over to the job market, and since you don't have a truck, the only kind of jobs you can really get are quick jobs. But there are quite a variety of these, and you can sort them, well, in any way from the highest price to lowest, so the most return you'll get, or the highest price per distance to the lowest. So we could make, looks like, 2,600 euros by doing this little job here. And I don't know that I've ever driven up there, so why don't we give it a whirl, just for fun. And it doesn't really matter where in the world the job is, it just sort of assumes you'll go there. Like my garage is in Kraków in Poland. So how I got to Oslo, well, we won't talk about that. Let's see here. Let's take a look outside. Oh, we've got treads for something cool. All right, well, I kind of like to maneuver out in the, I call it the drone view. Helps my, oh, we've got mail. Look at that. Not sure what to do with it, but we've got it. All right, let's go back into first-person view. Even back in the old days on my old 8088 PC, I always liked driving games. Always loved driving. It's one of the things I miss the most about my condition. Just getting in the car and going. And so I kind of dig games like this that let me just go what I'd really love to see, because there are representations of, well, you know, places in Europe and places in the United States. It's kind of a chance to just get in the car. I mean, you can do it with your truck to some degree. Just get in the truck and go travel, sort of have yourself a driving vacation. But I'd really like to kind of stop and get out and look at some of the things. Some of the things I can't do anymore, amazingly enough. But that's one of the things I love about games overall, you know, the chance to do things that you don't usually have access to or may never have access to. To explore a new profession or hobby or just experience. And I think that's really, you know, one of the key features of gaming. In a lot of ways, I think mass media, the, you know, sort of muggle world of non-gamers, they still see games as like toys. You know, something like Tetris or Breakout or Space Invaders, you know, something that isn't really very complex, is mainly just something to, you know, hand to your kid and keep them quiet. And I think there are a place for those games as well, you know. There's nothing that beats the experience of improving your hand-eye coordination for just sheer fun, but games have come so far. We're in this place where we can simulate pretty amazing experiences. Well, we have been able to for a very long time. It's just that more and more people are coming to realize that, and as more and more people make and develop games, we're getting more and more experiences to, well, experience. And I just really, really think that's awesome. So I don't know how this sort of Tuesday, you know, look at how the week will go and sort of playing a game will be. I think, you know, I don't know that I'll be able to do it every Tuesday, and I don't know what game I'll come up with every single time because, well, to be quite honest, different games and different publishers and different developers have different rules about what you can do with their games as far as doing Let's Plays or talking about other things. Some of them are very strict and some of them aren't. And so I don't know, but it seemed like it might be a fun thing to try, you know, talking a little bit about how the week will go and maybe trying something different every once in a while just to sort of mix things up and share some of the other things that I enjoy when I'm not doing the main series. And just a chance to sort of talk a little bit, because I know I'm not always good about keeping up with updates, at least not nearly as good as I should be, or would like to be. Let's put our lights on. I don't know what the rules are in various places. I assume the game would tell me if I absolutely had to have my lights on, but in general, as a truck driver, in games, I like to keep my lights on all the time. Lights on for your safety. Alright. Toll road. Speed bump. Alrighty. Mint coin? Is that what that says? Alright, 14 euros. Paid by my employer. Well, thank you, employer. Off like a herd of truck. I don't even know what we're carrying. Well, the tread, but I don't know exactly what the tread does. Does it say? No, it just says tracks. Alrighty then. .92 kilometers to go. So, how about them? Insert sports team here. Uh-oh, speeding. Can't take me anywhere. No, too slow. I actually have a yoke, a CH yoke, that was a gift for the intent of playing Star Citizen, which I suppose I should look at again sometime. I haven't dipped into that very much recently. I have really high hopes for Star Citizen. Having played Chris Roberts games going back to, well, you know, the Ultima days with Origin. But I don't really keep up with it day to day, mainly because I like being surprised by progress. But from what I've seen, they've actually done quite a bit of progress lately. Having implemented their law and, well, disorder system. So apparently you can bootleg things and, you know, run into trouble with criminals and the law and such like. Just something I've been meaning to think about also. I need to look back on the history of it all, but when I was in grade school, trucks and truck drivers were a really, really big thing. You know, between movies like Convoy and Smokey and the Bandit and TV shows, there was one called BJ and the Bear, I think. So when I was like really in grade school, kids drew pictures of trucks. You know, that's what everybody was drawing, and you know, the kid who could draw the best truck was of course the cool one. I was never very good at drawing, but I could draw a pretty good truck back in the day. But okay, you just panic right there and I will go. Alright. 39 kilometers to go. Uh-oh. Speeding again. I wonder if they do this in VR. I don't have any VR stuff, but it would probably be fun. I've rolled my trucks a couple of times, so gotta be careful in those corners. Don't always believe the speed limit. I've never rolled it while speeding. Alright. Around another circle for, well, at least a little tiny bit of the way. I may not get to jump on a jet plane and go check places out, but I can jump in a digital truck and drive around other places in the world, other tunnels. Admire the tunnel construction because, well, it is a magnificent tunnel. Our destination awaits. And you can set cruise control. I haven't done it there, I just did it. It's always a challenge to figure out where on the truck it will inform you if you've set cruise control or if you haven't. But I love learning new things in games. Just absolutely crazy, wonderful new things. Heroes of Might and Magic is one of my favorite series that like I would have had no interest in whatsoever, but I was like, no, you know what? Just pick this. I was still working and doing well in my job back in the day, and so I was like, yeah, just grab this. We'll try it, see how it goes, and absolutely falling in love with it. All right. We are just about at our destination. So, yeah, this is Euro Truck Simulator 2, and sort of a new idea of just, you know, rambling on Tuesdays about things that are coming up in the week and checking out something new. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this a fun thing to do, or just kind of like, not really so much. Just stick with the characters. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do that. 145 kilometers, 2 hours and 54 minutes in-game time. Fuel consumption and almost a level, but not quite. Alrighty folks, this has been Checkers with Euro Truck Simulator 2 and a Tuesday look at what's coming up in our week ahead and kind of poking around a new and different game. I would like to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe even just a little tiny bit informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe. Thank you kindly if you are already subscribed. Also like to invite you to like and share if you so desire. Most of all though, I would like to ask you to please, please take care.